Happiness is permanent. What is temporary is sadness. Simple the life, simpler will be your instincts. The laws that govern universe will obey your simplicity. Life keeps throwing me lemons because I make the best lemonade. I can't understand why people are frightened of new ideas. I'm frightened of the old ones. The free mind, unafraid of labor, presses on to attain the good. When we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed. Ordinary people merely think how they shall spend their time. A man of talent tries to use it. Nobody realizes that some people expend tremendous energy merely to be normal. No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river and he's not the same man. Once you had put the pieces back together, even though you may look intact, you were never quite the same as you'd been before the fall. Doing what I like to do, the way I like to do it, makes me happy. Anybody can make the simple complicated. Creativity is making the complicated simple. If you're making mistakes, it means you're out there doing something. What one generation finds ridiculous, the next accepts, and the third shudders when it looks back on what the first did. Man in general, if reduced to himself, is too wicked to be free. I would rather make mistakes in kindness and compassion than work miracles in unkindness and hardness. Your heart is the size of an ocean. Go find yourself in its hidden depths. Life is like an onion. You peel it off one layer at a time, and sometimes you weep. Liberty without learning is always in peril, and learning without liberty is always in vain. Not only are we all unique, we're also all connected. Therefore, it makes no sense that you could ever be rejected. Trusting yourself means living out what you already know to be true. Conformity teaches us the value of our precious worth. In the cherry blossom shade there's no such thing as a stranger. But this wealth of information produced little or no insight. Do what is right, not what is easy nor what is popular. Don't let procrastination take over your life. Be brave and take risks. Your life is happening right now. It is not worth the while to let our imperfections disturb us always. Our lives can't be measured by our final years, of this I am sure. I'm not afraid of dying, I'm afraid of not trying. To prepare for the mountains, develop mind, body, will and spirit as strong as a sword, soft as a pillow, and fluid as water. Everybody gets so much information all day long that they lose their common sense. In the high country of the mind, one has to become adjusted to the thinner air of uncertainty. The goal of life is to make your heartbeat match the beat of the universe, to match your nature with nature. No matter how much experience you have, there's always something new you can learn and room for improvement. We all live inside the terrible engine of authority, and it grinds and shrieks and burns so that no one will say, lines on maps are silly. I promise you this, when I embraced my differences and stopped trying to fit in, I ended up where I belonged. It's faith in something and enthusiasm for something that makes a life worth living. It is easy to be conspicuously compassionate if others are being forced to pay the cost. Success sometimes may be defined as a disaster put on hold. Qualified. Has to be. Respect and take care of the people. It's for the people. In return, you get respect from the people. In order to attain the impossible, one must attempt the absurd. Good people are good because they've come to wisdom through failure. We get very little wisdom from success, you know. The sky is the limit. For some people, aim higher. Nothing is impossible. Emulate good behavior that when you encounter people from your past, you won't have to hide yourself away. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. At the end of my life, I want every page to be filled with Jesus making much of his beauty only legacy. If so few female geniuses are found in history, it is because society denies them any means of expression. Try not to become a man of success, but rather become a man of value. You cannot change anyone, but you can be the reason someone changes. Those who rest when they need to work will work when they need to rest. Do your bit when it is most rewarding. Defeat may serve as well as victory to shake the soul and let the glory out. A lack of clarity could put the brakes on any journey to success. Upon my word, I think the truth is the hardest missile one can be pelted with. People are going to say what they want to say and think what they want to think, and I can't change their minds. I may not have gone where I intended to go, but I think I have ended up where I needed to be. I can be forced to live without happiness, but I will never consent to live without honor. True potential is realized when we stretch, when we choose to go beyond our present perceived capability. If you wake up tired, you've been chasing dreams. If you go to bed tired, you're making your dreams happen. Do the hard jobs first. The easy jobs will take care of themselves. People don't like to think. If one thinks, one must reach conclusions. Conclusions are not always pleasant. We are at our most powerful the moment we no longer need to be powerful. Friendship with oneself is all important, because without it one cannot be friends with anyone else in the world. One swallows the lie that flatters, but sips the bitter truth drop by drop. I want to dream a dream so wonderful that I'll wake up sorry that it wasn't a memory. Misconceptions play a prominent role in my view of the world. Humans are not to be differentiated by caste, color, creed, and gender, instead by their approach, positive or negative. A great many people think they are thinking when they are merely rearranging their prejudices. What a large volume of adventures may be grasped within the span of his little life by him who interests his heart in everything. Money is better than poverty, if only for financial reasons. The spiritual life does not remove us from the world, but leads us deeper into it. It is not that I'm so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer. Nothing can dim the light which shines from within. For any sin, we all suffer. That is why our suffering is endless. Not knowing you can't do something is sometimes all it takes to do it. The Western mind makes definitions, it draws lines. The best discoveries always happen to the people who weren't looking for them. You don't get to pick where you're from, but you always have control of where you're going. The single most powerful element of youth is that you don't have the life experiences to know what can't be done. The Christian religion is a very powerful and convincing mistake. I need you to be happy. I need one of us to be happy. Too late. I found you can't wait to become perfect. You got to go out and fall down and get up with everybody else. The most important decision you make is to be in a good mood. I attribute my success to this. I never gave or took any excuse. Don't tie your success to anything other than what's inside you. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Selling my soul would be a lot easier if I could just find it. If you don't have any shadows, you're not in the light. Hearts are breakable, Isabel said. And I think even when you heal, you're never what you were before. Alive or dead, the truth won't rest. Rise up while you can. So we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past. Happiness is always there. You just have to choose to see it. There's no point dwelling in the dark and ignoring the light of the stars. I never expect a perfect work from an imperfect man. Every time you help someone to achieve success, you become more successful. Always help to lift the burdens of others. Many people pray to be kept out of unexpected problems. Some people pray to be able to confront and overcome them. The biggest mistake we could ever make in our lives is to think we work for anybody but ourselves. When you're too tired and feel like giving up on life, sit down and ponder over the journey of water. Irrational expectations are at the root of most human suffering. The secret of life is honesty and fair dealing. If you can fake that, you've got it made. When the going gets weird, the weird turn professional. The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off.